Well, hello there, and welcome to, of course, this time in the morning. What I am actually sort of doing a video here very quickly here for 5 minutes or so before I hit the hay here, because it's about 1:43 a.m. in the morning here. I will hit the hay very soon, so don't worry about that. I'm doing a video here just purely, so that of course it's easier for me to explain everything here rather than, of course, messing up from time to time. So I'll keep my voice down here because, of course, there could be people in the area that might hear my loudest kind of voice, which I don't really want to, of course, go too much in depth with. But, of course, yes, I've got 100% on this phone here, which is 100% battery here. And, of course, yes, I'm going to go through, of course, what's been happening on the social media pages of We Love East Anglia to start with, and if I can get it up here, I'll be able to explain to you about, of course, the recent post that I have put underneath the area of East Town Park, which is the main picture of the sort of header picture, the head picture of the We Love East Anglia on Facebook, which is a group. Now, groups on Facebook are different pages, so that would be slightly different there. Anyway, recently we posted live candles, which was filmed at a park in Bury St Edmunds recently, and of course, yes, there was a picture also of the Pall Mall of Great Yarmouth, that I call it these days, which is basically, of course, the straight route into the main seafront of Great Yarmouth by the Trollcart Wetherspoons and the Corals betting shop on the other side, and the delicious fish and chip shop, which is nearby, and restaurants along the way. Loads of things, loads of shops, everything. I don't want to mention just one thing because some people might complain about me mentioning just the one thing, of course, out of all those that I love dearly. But anyway, I won't go into details. So yeah, I said about time here, pure summer, and no need to go to Ibiza. Laughing out loud, yeah. Two people have liked that already, which is brilliant. So, of course, yes, there should be actually a thing on there. It's not even actually on there. It was regarding, of course, a post. Oh, it is there. I don't know if I can read this comment by a guy called Paul on that group of We Love East Anglia regarding a photo or a kind of poster that I picked up on social media on Facebook, and of course it says on it, cash is freedom, right? Okay. A cashless society means zero cash. This is what the actual poster is saying. No car boot sales or markets, no tooth fairy piggy banks, no saving cash for a rainy day, and of course no tipping the water or hairdresser, no giving to the homeless, no giving to busking musicians, no selling unwanted items for cash. Well, of course, I'll stop you there at this moment here before I read you the last two here. I would actually say that, of course, no giving to the busking musicians is an important one here, because you can use one of those card machines for that if you have a bank system, only if you have a bank account. If you don't have one, then how are you going to make your own money by coins? We need to keep these coins going. We really do. And we'll give you Paul's analysation of that, what he thinks. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't know. Make your own mind of that. Apparently 22 people have maybe seen it, maybe not. Sorry about that. That's just the actor now, by the way. By the way, you can get one of these, very, very good for your immune system, Actimels. You can buy them in bulk these days in Iceland and various other supermarkets. Anyway, 100% digital currency means your life is 100% dependent on a power source and the internet. Of course, referring to a cashless society means zero cash. Of course, cash is freedom. So, yes, partly freedom as well. And we need to keep that going. If we don't have cash, as a spare, as a backup, we need it as a backup as well as online banking and all that kind of thing. We need both in this society, in my view. Now, that's my view. Let's hear what, of course, Paul had to say. But before we do, of course, 22 post reach. What that means, I don't know. Whether people have seen the post or not, I don't know. That's on the We Love East Anglia group, not page, because pages are different to groups on Facebook, as we well know. Touring With Us is a page on Facebook, and we do have followers on there, by the way. So let's have a look at what Paul had to say. He says, wonder how much better the public services would be if all businesses actually declared everything they take, rather than avoiding tax and VAT, which is valuated tax, by hiding the cash they take. So I'll repeat that once more just in case you didn't get that. I wonder how much better the public services would be if all businesses actually declared everything they take rather than avoiding tax and VAT by hiding the cash they take. As we move on to what he says, benefit payments would fall as the black economy ceased to exist. And also, it would then say what he said here, the NHS would millions better off and tax rates could be reduced as people paid what they owe. Two sides to every story. Interesting side of the spectrum on that one. Whether I would have an opinion on that, I don't know. I'm trying to make headway to what that means. If you know what that means in a political sense, let us know in the comments if you do know at all. So yeah, we're all entitled to our own opinion, and of course just keep it that way as well. So of course the result of the England game against Malta in Malta was a staggering 4-0 for England. Great game it was for England perspective, but they only need to do that against the big giants, of course, France and Germany, Spain possibly, Sweden and Italy in particular, because we seem to get cheated on each time. I've got to use this word cheat because it's banned obviously on mainstream TV, but of course you'll only get that sort of attention on here, but of course you have to be honest and say it is in a way kind of, I don't know, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, to put it another way round without sort of mentioning worse words than what I just said a minute ago. But yeah, I don't mean to say it in a political sense at all. I'm just saying, of course, it's so much in a mess. Like this taxi driver said the other day, actually, things are just in a mess and a muddle up, and nobody knows what they're doing, especially in terms of strikes and all that kind of thing. He hopes, obviously, this taxi driver that charged us $4.40 the other day, when we first came to Great Yarmouth in Norfolk yesterday, around about 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon we arrived, and of course he was a polite driver, and it only cost about $4.40 just to get from the troll cart to the actual place we had to go in Euston Road, which is where we are now. And he said, of course, the taxis rely on train services to continue if, of course, the strikes happen too often, the taxi businesses fail, according to what he said in his view. And of course, especially if there's no planes running, people can't get to destinations and can't be picked up from train stations, for example. So they rely on passengers to get on trains and get around, you know. And also there's that point as well where, of course, if people pay for a two together pass, at a discount rate, whether that's a sort of disability rail card or maybe a two together card, those kind of discounts, there's so many to name. But of course, I would say, it's, annoying when you pay that yearly fee of the discount and you don't get refunded for any strikes that take place. Don't you think that is ridiculous? Let us know in the comments what you think about that. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, let me know either way. But don't start, telling our channel that we are a political based channel. We are nothing at all like GB News or mainstream media put together. We have different kinds of views each time. We have views that nobody else thinks about. We might talk about, of course, local transport that we wouldn't expect to hear, or any of us would expect to hear on another station. You wouldn't even get it on a walk channel as well. None of what we say here pretty much is what, of course, the other channels say. So we always are completely, or we tried to be very, very different in terms of that. But anyway, to cut a long story short, we're going to have to end it there because time is the enemy, as it usually is. And we try not to bore you, not on our clocks either. So, of course, it has been, it was Friday the 16th of June 2023. It's now, of course, Saturday the 17th of June 2023. We hope to get back to our destination in Suffolk, where we are based in that sort of area, on Tuesdays without heading through any thunderstorms and, of course, cancellations on trains, which we heavily rely on. So we pray to God that we return very, very safely. So, yeah, this is an exclusive video here, wherever you're watching this, of course, whether you're watching on Exploring Places, which, of course, is one of our other channels. We Love East Anglia, which is another channel as well, which you can see us on, and Touring With Us as well. Wherever you see us, oh yes, We Love Havel UK. I nearly sort of forgot to mention that. But yeah, I know we've been sort of going on about this quite a long time, but of course what I would say now is that we are trying to head towards our goal of the next cups, which is the merchandise that we have for Touring With Us, which will be, if it isn't already there, please do bear with us. We are sort of working on that scenario where we are going to introduce a bit more of our merchandise, which will include, of course, We Love East Anglia, cup and mug, that kind of thing, and We Love Havel UK, if anybody, or should anyone want to buy one. But if you do happen to see them for sale on our eBay account, feel free to purchase one straight away, because they are definitely worth keeping and memorising our channels for what we have done. And all proceeds will go the current way, which is something that we could change in the future, but the current way is splitting it up towards the channel Touring With Us and the wildlife habitat for the park of East Town Park in Havel, Suffolk. Hopefully that makes sense to you lot, and of course you get some sort of headway of what I'm talking about there. If you need to know more information about East Town Park, let us know as well, and we'll try and of course get back to you on that. You can email us, touringwithUsteam@gmail.com. That's touringwithUsteam@gmail.com. Should you wish to find out more information about us, of course, like some people have asked us about of course, offered us some help, but we don't need it right now. There's a lot of people coming in suggesting about good quality. Well, personally, I don't think the quality is important. All that matters is that you can hear what we can say. And of course, the quality can be left for a much later date should we go that far. We want to thank so far 560 staggering subscribers. We've had 2 over the last few days. Liam was one of them from Bells and Edmonds. I think Matt Gen 2000 was the one that has just subscribed today, I believe. So I would only thank 2 of those subscribers that have been the extra ones today. Keep it going, keep it going. We want to head upwards, not backwards in time. But of course, we're going to leap from up and down. Some people will just desubscribe to us because they think we are not keeping them entertained or something like that. Whatever reason it is, we understand that. We don't please everyone, but of course we try to please as many people as possible. That's as far as I can say on that. So to cut you lot short, got to go now because I've got to hit the hay. It is it's coming up to, of course, well, it is in fact 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to have to go now. But yeah, I'm going to listen to some relaxing sort of music here so that I can unwind and wake up in the morning around about 8 o'clock or so. I've got to be out by 11 o'clock at the very latest this morning, actually. And then, of course, yeah, I'll be back in the afternoon. That's so that they can clean the rooms and all that kind of thing and make the beds, etc., etc. But yeah, I'll leave that racing through your mind for now. All of what I've said as well. Take care. Thank you for the thumbs up. And tell your friends about touring with us and whatever channel is affiliated with touring with us. And we appreciate your support. You can do that if you wish on GoFundMe, the current one at the moment. You will be able to use that any time anyway, even if we get to 1k. And of course, the PayPal link as well. If you want to do a direct payment from PayPal without going through the PayPal link, you can go enclaus@hotmail.co.uk if you want to give the smallest amount towards us, which is split, as I say, between touring with us and, of course, yes, the habitat of East Ham Park in Haverhill, Suffolk. If you haven't seen East Ham Park, see it on the video. We'll say goodbye for now and stay safe. Bye. From the very own Nickalini Orange. See ya. Bye.